Nowadays, we have so many various forms of meditation. We have the Hatha Yoga process, pranayama, the control of the breath. There's all kinds of chakra meditation or guided meditation where you consciously in the mind go to nice places where you can relax your body, where you can relax your mind. You can go for a forest, you can watch the sunrise or the sunset. Some people like hiking, swimming. Some absorb themselves in reading, contemplating, reflecting on their life, or just sitting still and meditate. Empty the mind and let the monkey mind and all the thoughts just happen by itself without being attached. In this video, we're gonna talk about mantra meditation. Mana means the mind and the thinking process. And tra comes from try or trayate, what means to protect, to free, to deliver, to liberate. So a mantra is something what liberates our mind, what protects our thinking process. We have so many various forms of mantras. I want to talk about the original, the Sanskrit, the root of all mantras. Because in these days, people say, for example, my mantra is, I'm healthy, wealthy and strong, and make this belief to the mantra. But mantra is something much, much deeper. And to properly chant a mantra, the mind needs to be calm. The mind needs to be peaceful. And the mantra itself will help you even more and more to calm down the mind. So that's why usually you practice yoga, you follow some certain rules, ahimsa, non-violence, you don't steal, you follow brahmacharya, means celibacy, you study the scriptures, and then you practice the yoga asanas, pranayama, to control the life force, the prana, the breath, and then more and more you go into meditation. And then you meditate about the mantra. But the mantra we talk today is very special. It is also called the Maha Mantra. Maha means great. So it's the great mantra of liberation. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The Vedic scriptures talk about 4 ages, 4 cycles, 4 yugas. Satya, Treta, Dvapara and Kali Yuga. Satya Yuga is the golden age, the age of meditation, where everyone is peaceful, meditating about the soul and about the highest controller, the Ishvara, the Purusha, and connect their heart and their mind with God. This was the highest form of meditation in Satya Yuga. In other yugas, there were performance of sacrifices, big fire sacrifices, or temple worship. But in this specific yuga, called the Kali Yuga, the process to liberate the mind, to connect to God, to free yourself from the contamination of birth, death, old age and disease, to free yourself from karma, to become happy and blissful, the process is Harinam Sankirtan. Hari is a name of Vishnu, a name of God, and Nam means name. So it's a holy name. And Sankirtan means congregational chanting. So in this Kali Yuga, the process is to come together and to chant together, to meditate about this mantra together, or to sing it with various musical instruments like harmonium. You can use drums, hand cymbals, karatalas. You can just use your voice and you dance in ecstasy. There's no hard and fast rules to chant these names, this mantra. Some people like to walk and chant. I chant on a chapamala, on prayer beats, I will show you later. Other people, they just come together and sing, go out on the street and sing and dance. And this mantra, it is said, it comes directly from the spiritual world. It's completely transcendental. And when you chant, every word will be a song, every step a dance. So your whole life will become joyful. Kali Yuga, the age, the dark age of quarrel, hypocrisy, fighting, war, all the lies, lying about historical events, manipulate our mind or consciousness governs more and more. This is the purpose of Kali Yuga. It's very difficult to get self-realized. What to speak of sitting for hours and hours, years and years, calm and quietly meditation. If you go to India, to the Himalayas, maybe you have a chance. But in our lifestyle, cameras, smartphones, news, social media, so much work, so much stress, so much anxiety. It is so difficult to just sit down for 1 hour, calm down your mind, focus on your breath, and go deeply within. Of course, I also practice meditation, other people practice meditation, but in general it's really difficult, and even when we practice, the mind is always disturbed. Now we meditate. During the meditation, we get hungry, we think, what can I cook? Then we eat, then we cook. During cooking, we think, what can I do later? Which movie I watch? Which game I play? Which party I go? It's constantly the monkey mind jumping from one tree to the next. What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? That's why we chant a mantra. And this mantra, Hare Krishna and Rama, these three names have the potency to deliver you from your monkey mind, to bring you real peace and prosperity. It is said it can cleanse you from all dirt accumulated in your heart, all your sinful reactions, all your bad karma, by just chanting this mantra once. Hare. Hare is the internal pleasure potency of the Lord. And also Hari is the all-pervading one, the remover of our obstacles in our spiritual life. But He also removes sometimes our material wealth when it's needed in order for us to surrender. And He also is the taker of the hearts. Because Hari, God, He can capture the hearts of everyone. With His sweetness, He will steal your heart. And you have no other option than to surrender to Him, because He is so sweet. This is Hare Krishna. Krishna is the all-attractive one. How is Krishna all-attractive? We look in the sun, the beauty of the sun, the moon, the nature, the ocean. He represents all the qualities in life we are hankering for. He's also called Bhagavan, like the Bhagavad Gita, the Song of the Divine. Bhagavan is someone who possesses all 6 opulences in fullness. He is the most beautiful. Look at the whole creation. Look at the flowers. Look at the beauty in other humans. The beauty in art. All the nature we can perceive. Or when you fall in love with someone, you see the beauty in this person. And you get captured. This represents Krishna. He's the most famous. Everyone heard about God, isn't it? He's the most wealthiest. He possesses everything, the whole universe. He is the strongest. With His power, with His energies, He creates thousands of universes. Then He creates all the various planets. And with His energy, He holds these planets. They are floating in space. Krishna is also the most knowledgeable. He knows everything, past, present and future. He is in your heart. He knows everything about you, and He never leaves you. And He is the most renounced. Even though He knows everything, He possesses everything. And everyone knows Him, worships Him. He is completely detached. That's Bhagavan, the all-attractive one. Also Kri comes from Kriya, activity, creation, manifestation. And Shna means limitless, endless, timeless. Also it means source of happiness, of real pleasure. So He is the creator, the maintainer of the universe, who gives us transcendental joy. And Rama also means the source of all pleasure, the source of all joy, real happiness. And Rama is someone who is pleasing, who pleases us, who protects us, who gives us shelter. So by chanting Hare Krishna, we experience this Rama. In the Upanishad it is said, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam. Kolo nasti, eva nasti, eva nasti, eva gatir anyata. In this age of quarrel, and hypocrisy. There's no other way, no other way, no other way. When something is said 3 times, it shows its importance. Then chanting the holy names of the Lord. Chant the holy names of the Lord. Chant the holy names of the Lord. And this chanting doesn't only mean Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This chanting can be any name of God, because God is unlimitless. He has millions, unlimited names. In different traditions, religions, we have Adonai, Jehovah, Allah, Christ. We call him Krishna or Vishnu or Mukunda, someone who liberates, or Rishikesh, the master of the senses. So Krishna has so many various names. Like the sun, we call sun in German Sonne, in Spanish Sol, in Arabic I think it's Ra, in Sanskrit it is Suya. So we have so many names for the sun. So in the same way, God has so many names so that we all can understand, connect with him and glorify these transcendental names. And the Maha Mantra is not just a mantra, it is actually the names of God. And especially in these names, Nam Nam Akadi, Bahuda Nirjasava Shaktis, Krishna put all his transcendental energies, all his potency is in this name. And there's no rules for chanting these names, like I mentioned before. Chetudapanamachanam. This mantra, these names can cleanse all the dirt accumulated on your heart. The mirror, full of dust, full of material desires. It will wash everything away. It's pleasing like the moonshine. It's cooling the mind, the monkey mind, always in anxiety, full of passion and fire. But the chanting of the holy name will cool you down completely. It is the source of all knowledge, of all wisdom. Everything you want to know is in these names. And it will give you unlimited pleasure. Anandam Buddhivadana means an ever increasing ocean of nectar, of ecstasy. It awakens the sleeping consciousness of the soul. Now we are sleeping. Chief Chago. Wake up, sleeping soul. We're completely in ignorance. We don't know who we are, where we want to go, what is our destination. Is there life after death? Am I the body? Am I the mind? Who is the voice talking inside my head? I am a soul. So what next? What can I do with this knowledge? By chanting Hare Krishna, everything will be revealed to you. I guarantee. I can see it by my own life, by my own practice. The most important, by chanting the Maha Mantra, you will become free of all fear. There's so many fears. Check out fearof.net. There's a page listed with hundreds of fears. The fears of sharks, the fears of spiders, lizards, the fear of not being heard, the fear of being alone, the fear of being with too many people. Ultimately the fear of death. We all have to face death, to leave the body, the journey of the soul in another body. And everything we do in our life is very subtly out of the fear of death, fear of the unknown. But if you live in love, in peace and happiness and bliss, which will come when you chant the Maha Mantra, then there will be no fear. You will become fearless. Abhayam, abhaya, bhaya means fear, abhaya means fearless. No worries, no anxiety. Completely on the Brahma Buddha platform. Nashoshadi Nakangshadi. Not lamenting anymore. No desires. Imagine everything is fine. You have no desires anymore. You're completely happy within yourself. And this chanting of these holy names awakens your dormant love of God. It's in every one of us. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. Chant the mantra. Sometimes I ask people, do you believe in prayers? No. Okay, good. Then just chant the mantra. Because the mantra will still give you so much bliss and ecstasy. You don't need to believe in it. Just try it out for yourself. See your life changing. See everything what you want manifesting in life. And become free from anxiety, stress and fear. So how we chant this mantra? It is said you should chant like a baby is crying for its mother. Mama, Mama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Understand, see yourself. We always think we are the best. The whole world, the whole universe, the whole existence, it's all about us. But realize, understand how many bad habits you have, how many wrong actions you took in life. So many times we hurt people very deeply. So many times we betrayed, we stole, we only think about us. Understand our condition, that we're not so great. We depend on so many things. Are we really happy? Every time, every day, for eternity? Are we full of knowledge? No, we are not. So with this mood we should chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna and pray for mercy. Pray that Krishna somehow sees us, accepts us, and then miracles will happen in life. And there's a nice verse describes how you should chant. But this verse is not just about chanting, it is about life, material life, spiritual life. You will gain everything if you can live up to this verse. Trinad api sunichena, taro api sahishnuna, amanina manadena, kirtanya sadahari. One can chant the holy names of the Lord only, constantly, in a humble state of mind, making oneself lower than the straw in the street. When you step on a straw, it comes up again, but you make yourself lower. You will get everything in life if you will be humble. Trust me, this is the secret for everything. More tolerant than a tree. A tree tolerates heat, cold, winter, summer. A tree gives us shade, gives us fruits, never ask for anything in return. Sometimes we even pee on a tree, but the tree is completely tolerant. Be avoid of any sense of false prestige. Understand that we are not the greatest, that we are here to serve others, the true nature of the soul, to give love, to give more than you take, to serve. Like water is wet, salt is salty, sugar is sweet. The nature of the soul is to serve and respect everyone without expecting respect for yourself. In such a state of mind, you can chant the holy names of the Lord constantly. And that's the goal. When we chant constantly, there's no fear. Everything will be clear. Like I mentioned in this video, make it to a habit. This is called a bead bag to protect my beads. These are my chanting beads. The 108 beads. This is the 109th, the Krishna bead. And I chant on these beads since more than 10 years. I chant the Hare Krishna Mantra. Each bead is one mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The next bead. 108 times, 16 times a day. Yeah. Takes approximately 2 hours if you chant one round of 108 beads in 7.5 minutes. Usually I chant around 6 to 7 minutes. Some people chant slower, some faster. Like I said, there's no rules about this chanting. But if you chant, you don't need to chant on beads. This is Tulsi beads. You can also use neem beads. It helps you to engage the mind. And you make a quota when you want to achieve something in life. When you go on a diet, you want to work on a project, you want to have a certain amount of money, you want to go on holiday, whatever you do, you always have a goal. The same is with the chanting. I fix a number, I have a goal. Otherwise I say, okay, today I chant, tomorrow I don't chant. So I chant 16 rounds. This was my promise I gave 10 years ago. To chant every day without fail at least 16 rounds. And it should be not just rounds with having your beads in your bag. On the other hand, you have your phone, you be on Facebook and you chant, or you walk around and look. No, it should be a very serious meditation. You sit down. If you're tired, you can stand up, you can walk, but you focus on the chanting. We want to hear the mantra. This is how we can control the mind, by listening to the sound vibration. Let's try it out together. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Focus on your breathing. Let the mind, the thoughts wander. And then tune in with me. Chant or just listen to the mantra. We're gonna chant 3 mantras together. Inhale and let's go. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Take your time. Just sit down for 10 minutes. Repeat the mantra and see what happens inside of you. Or get some prayer beads. You can also get stone beads. Nowadays you have this amethyst and all kinds of stones. Or you get something else. You can even string it yourself. And sit down and chant. Maybe 1 round a day. The most important thing is that you set down a time. Half an hour a day or 4 rounds a day. Or I do 2 hours of chanting every day, 16 rounds. Then the mind gets controlled. Even if you're sick, if you're hungry, if you're tired, if you have no time, you still make the time. You get in control of your life. Trust me, this process works. It's scientific, but you have to do the work. You can believe me or not. Everything I told you now, it sounds nice, it sounds great. But you have to make the experience for your own. Please, I beg you, try it out. At least chant for a few minutes the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Go on YouTube, type in Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Kirtan, bhajans, and listen how wonderful people come together and sing and glorify these holy names. All around the world, this is the most known mantra. Everyone knows it somehow or other. The Beatles were singing it, was hit number 1. Now all around the world, people are chanting this mantra because they see the benefit, they see the life changing, and they get a higher taste. A taste what we can't get from material sense pleasure. A taste what only comes when the soul reconnects to divinity, to the absolute truth, to Lord Krishna himself. I hope this chanting will help you like it did for me and so many others. I wish you all the best on your journey. Thanks for watching. Namaste. Hare Krishna.